Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 Digital League battle. This is High Middle Ages, Season 10, Division A. This match against Harvey, I have Polish with Baltic Tribes against his German Northwest with German Imperial allies. Harvey is a better player than I am. I would say that I lose about 3/4 of the matches I play against him, so wish me luck. Okay, so a bit of a risky strategy. I've gone missile heavy and not gotten any extra knights. I have Vady, cheap light spear cavalry and mounted crossbowmen and Lithuanian light horse on my wings. I have maxed out on my medium impact Baltic foot and the 2 units of picked Baltic foot, given all the rough ground. I've grabbed some extra defensive spearmen to fill out the line. Maxed out my crossbowmen, but I've not grabbed any massed archers. I figured mobility could be useful. Grabbed the 24-point light slingers, and I did grab light crossbowmen in case he brings a lot of knights. The stream is not open, so it's not disordering, but it does strip knights of their impact POA. This hill is very steep and defensible, so I should be able to hold it with a minimum complement once I'm on top of it, and ignore it. Looking at Harvey's list, it's really difficult to tell what he's going to do. A max of 4 light infantry, so that's not a concern. He can mass up raw crossbowmen, which are terrible but cheap. More importantly, lots of crossbowmen and a couple of massed archers. For infantry, heavy infantry, raw defensive spears, probably not going to bring a lot of those. Your standard defensive spears, armored, defensive, and offensive spears, so it's a pretty decent heavy complement. A unit of the Deep Spears Low Country Spearmen. Dismounted knights could be trouble. They're heavy foot and heavily armored. I don't have knights to crack them with, so if he's got a bunch of these, I might need to keep my distance in skirmish. For a medium complement, he's got the terrible Brigands and Ribos. More importantly, he's got Free Canton Spearmen. These are essentially the same as the Thurioforo and Ancients, so average protected offensive spearmen. If I disrupt them, I'll do well. If they don't disrupt on impact, they can cut up my Baltic foot quite badly. Otherwise, knights and mounted crossbowmen for cheap non-light cavalry options, I think these are likely to be brought along. And then various knights from the highly superior order knights to the above average city knights. So, we'll see who wins the game of choosing an army. Tough map, Harvey says. Yeah, it might lead to a standoff if I'm chilling here and he's chilling back here. We'll see what happens. Okay, it's a pretty forward deployment, so it looks like he's going to be moving up. We got raw crossbowmen, rebos, crossbowmen, rebos, armored defensive spears, free canton, mounted crossbowmen, raw crossbowmen. It's got in reserve, sergeants, knights, probably a couple things I can't see. I'm not going to bother counting it all though. So we advance and shuffle forward, push the flank with this cavalry, and advance. Long bow shot is here, but I don't really care if he shoots at us at long range. Close bow shot is here, so we'll move just out of close bow shot. And what we'll probably want to do is shuffle our missile support to deal with these mounted crossbowmen. So stick close to the infantry support, and well, we'll need to protect our crossbowmen from these Free Canton spearmen. Our knights can dominate any open ground. Not that there's very much of that to go around. Next turn. I wonder if he's going to try to hold this hill or something. Well, if so, that at least is a strategy we should be able to deal with without a huge amount of difficulty. Keep spreading out. We're getting a little stretched thin, but so don't worry about it too much. Next turn. Okay, mounted crossbowmen moving into contact. We will oblige them by hopefully getting an immediate disruption with our lights. Free Canton spears threatening my crossbowmen will need to counter with Baltic foot. If they're going to hide in the forest, that's fine. More crossbowmen, okay. And knights. Well, really no need to move yet on this wing if I feel like I can get a favorable action going on the other side. Good start. Baltic foot towards the spearman. And more light infantry. Shift over. What else? Sergeants, mounted crossbowmen, double cavalry, mounted crossbowmen. We could. Now we're not quite in charge range. Okay. So it really seems like, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. As much as I want to push this advantage, I hopefully should be able to take care of it with what I'm sending over. And the question is, do I need to then shorten my line to make up for these gaps? I think it'll be okay. I might even threaten to move some knights over, which we don't necessarily have to do. The Baltic foot can push towards this rough ground. Otherwise, turn back. I think having missile superiority here is good. Hide in the woods. Hide in the woods. Not that it really matters that much since you've seen what we have, but still. There. We'll hang out here. And what? I suppose we should keep these lights over here. We have light superiority. We're sending more over. Should be fine. That was unfortunate, he says. The disrupt on the mounted crossbows, I assume. Raw crossbowmen. It's not a big deal. Interesting. Right, shift over. And shift over, screw it. Could attempt to frag. Why not? Good. Held firm, huh? Well, let's use these light cavalry to try to get a charge off there. And in the meantime, we can we attempt an assault there? That's kind of iffy, I think, with help on the way. All those crossbowmen. Stream to slow us down, I don't think it's doable. So instead, everyone's got to start moving over. Good. Right, skirmishing is going pretty well then. But of course, skirmishing is never really the most important factor. Can't quite remember what was in there, unfortunately. I don't think he's going to attempt a serious offensive over here. So with that in mind, I'm going to continue to shift skirmishers over to the other wing. With the rebos and raw crossbows, he can't cross over against my even my light spear cavalry. So if I leave a reserve of, say, 4 units here to hold off, well, a lot more than 4 units, that's fine. Next turn. Yeah, I won't be able to break them. Too bad, we'll have to pull back with this unit. Alright, so we'll keep these 4 units and everyone else is going to move along. Oh, hell. Let's just try to... No. Okay. That'll do then. Oop. Come on, guys, you're not going to catch them. Okay, this is getting awkward. This giant hill is going to be filled with even more crossbowmen soon. So we might not be able to press this advantage. Spread out. Turn. Harass these light archers. Pretty weird sort of battle we're having here. It's too bad I can't find a way to get to grips with these crossbowmen. So what, one more unit of rebos in here, I think? It's not a huge deal. There's no way I can reach them. It's annoying. I think we need to draw off of this hilltop and fall back to here maybe. Stay out of range of crossbow shot. We shift our light cavalry over to the other wing where there's smoke and space maybe to get behind. Harvey you think, congratulations, now that you have smashed Nosy Rat with this army, I'm going to need to be extra cautious. This army seems to suit you, which probably explains why you've beaten up my left flank. It's a little early to be congratulating me. And I think beaten up is a bit of an exaggeration too. I have 4%, that's nice, but clearly I'm not going to be able to take any advantage. Oh, this hill covered in crossbowmen and all. He'll rally these up, and again it's going to be difficult to press any advantage against this position. I could go for the frag, but to do so I'd have to expose myself to a disrupt, and I don't know if I'm interested in that. What have we got here? Well, let's occupy this rough ground. Keep shifting you over. Fall back out of range of the Death Hill. Okay, now what? Be ready to fall back again out of range of all the crossbowmen. Do I bother with harassing fire even when I'm in no position to take advantage of it? Guess if I don't, my light troops are also just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Well, I guess we might as well use them if we've got them. Lots of areas where we're just idle. But I don't feel particularly inclined to attack. I am tempted here. Though that height 100 hill makes things a bit less tempting. Maybe we switch command to one of the impact foot and shift the cavalry over to see if they can get things squishable. Next turn. Damned mountain of crossbowmen. It might be difficult for either one of us to gain the initiative, given that I've got this ridge, and he's got this hill and this hill. Let's keep shifting over. Try to stay out of crossbow shot. Inch forward. Try to get into that open country. Could work on attempting to disrupt the crossbowmen. I suppose it's something to do. And our troops are pretty evadey, so I don't really have to worry about getting caught out yet. Held firm. Spread out to here, so we'll have a line there. Get this unit here so we can attempt to advance and do something. It's still a lot of cavalry though. Might need to shift the whole line over slightly to the right. These damned raw crossbowmen. They're not very good, but there's two of them supported by a regular crossbow unit. It's kind of a lot. Difficult situation. I'm hoping that he moves these forward a little bit more, and then we can try to press our advantage here. While avoiding the raw spearmen, because again, this is a 100 height hill, just like what I've got on this side. Here and here it's a little more shallow, so it's doable, but he's got so much infantry, and I have knights, but so many crossbows. If they disrupt before contact, they're dead meat. Next turn. We'll probably have to draw off after that exchange. Yeah, that's not a fight that I can win, so once again, to fall back to our side. Are you giving me room to cross over? I'll need a little bit more space to make it really work. Okay. Do I resume skirmishing? Why not? Kind of a waste of ammo, but what else am I going to do? There. Can advance to long crossbow shot if he moves. Maybe we can attempt to strike here now? These knights are a bit scary. I think there's still a unit of Ribos hiding in the forest. Next turn. Yeah. wasting the bolts is good and all. Maybe I need to shift a bunch of light infantry down to the other wing to further pressure the cavalry. Ah. There. Back. Maybe we can send this light horse into the woods to see exactly where the ribos are creeping around. Okay. Turn. And what? I'm not really sure. I just do not feel that I could possibly charge this, given, yeah, they're not low on ammo yet. Or this. The impact foot are just too squishy. Can't really hold it together in melee, unfortunately. Not to mention these knights lurking in the background. Yeah, and if I move here, I'll just get shot. If I move here, I can get blocked by the spears. It might be a standoff. Next turn, Harvey's saying that he will not attack, and that if I will not attack, feel free to post it as a draw. So, let's consider that possibility. Good. I think looking at the number of melee units available, it's always a rough measure. So I have 17 that for my rough count. One ribo in the wood. $20. Nope, 19. Then for non-light missile troops, granted some of them are raw, but they can still cost auto drops. 9 to my 3. Now I do have light superiority, but lights can't slug it out. Here's what I think I'll do. I think I will accept the invitation to a draw and offer to post the game as a draw and then attack for science. Okay, so Harvey and I have agreed to a draw. I have posted in the Digital League forum. And now we will attack for science. I mean, I'm not going to be a complete idiot about it, but I'm going to have to be more aggressive than I've been so far. Admittedly, not a very high bar. Well, let's stay out of a prepared crossbow shot anyway. Ah. And bring our own crossbowmen forward. So here we're going to have to just try to get into contact rapidly with the Baltic foot. there. If possible, I want to get these Baltic noble cavalry to threaten the crossbowmen. The problem is the sergeants are right there. Well, maybe if he brings the sergeants out, then we shoot them. Hopefully we don't disrupt immediately to crossbow fire from the raw crossbowmen. Okay, Harvey's predicting this will be very close. See about that. Hold. Good, so he'll have to bring up the sergeants. And the rebos, as predicted. So, let's see if we can't punch a hole in this defense here. Held firm. It's unfortunate. Held firm again. We need to try to screen the knights at least a little bit from crossbow fire. Doesn't really matter if we inflict casualties, we just need to block that field of fire. Cross over. Now, zone in these sergeants. And advance. You can also prepare to put some pressure. Okay. Then what? Why not? Good. Let's try to press that advantage then. And this whole situation is a little bit awkward. Let's go for that. Let's see if we can score some kind of frag or something. No, there's a second unit of free bows. I miscounted then. Start pushing down, but we need to avoid the 100 height slope. And hover, ready for intervention. Okay. Harvey thinks this will be close. I'm not so sure. Next turn. Got the hill to tank the impact with. Where does that lead them, though? Not the most enjoyable. They're gonna auto break even if they do win impact. Interesting choice. Well, charge them and hopefully catch them. Good. How bad is this? Oh, we're downhill, so it's pretty bad. You can't hit anything. You get pushed back. Yep. Well, all we can do then is try to set up flanks. Set up a flank there. Set up a flank there. Shoot at these mounted sergeants. And I suppose we will charge and hope for best. That worked out alright. And we will charge here as well. Good. Disruption. Now what? Don't think there's any way we can get at these crossbowmen unless we what? Charge, 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 charge. And nope, there's just no way. It's actually geometrically impossible. Protect your flank. We could die here or try to run away. Try to run away, right? No, they'll just get shot at and auto-broken your own men. Oh, now that's gonna happen anyway. Stay away from that hill. Let's see if we do that, we can harass the Rebos. Great. Now what? Could go for impact, although that would get us into charge range. Could do that. That's also terrible. Let's do it. Okay. Then, why is this so bad? Because it's height 100, of course. Well, we're gonna have to bounce it and hope for best. Get out of the way. Again. So that we can unlock our nightly charges. We'll need you for this uphill charge. Nope. Alright, how about head on? Nope. Great. can't charge here because he'd be able to flank us, unfortunately. So, yeah, I am definitely feeling like not attacking was the right call. Next turn. Oh, delightful. Do we disrupt? Not yet. Here's the auto break. Yep. And of course. Of course. One break in our favor at least. If you can call that in our favor. That's a good thing. We just disrupted. Baltic Foot. No lance impact to the stream, but we disrupt anyway. And zone to sinks the pushback. Held firm, and we fall back, I assume. Yep. Okay, well, face 3 bows, and face 3 bows, and get up slope, get ready for rear charges, break and run. No, not yet, huh? Alright, then let's waste some arrows to preserve our crossbowmen. Good. That's not too surprising. Then let's try for impact. No. Of course. And we can't charge there because of the raw crossbowmen. I think I already said it, but let me say it again. The draw was a right call. Who is left? You. Gotta absorb crossbow bolts. Not the best job. Next turn. Good, we can turn them around. Not that it really matters, the sergeants will come intercept. Uh-huh. Interesting. Oh yeah, I suppose the mounted crossbowmen combined with the archers can just shoot them up. Right, they finally break. Well, at least they come off their hill. Not that it matters, because that... Well, we can't do anything, so we might as well just try for a rear charge here. They hold firm, and now if we try to counterflank the flankers, he'll just charge with the mounted sergeants, so... Really, there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, I suppose we can try anyway. That's pretty dangerous, though, so we might just disrupt. I don't think we can. Go for impact. Great. Spoiler, it's not great. It just means that we're going to get savaged in the melee. And we've been pushed off the crossbowman. Now we're zoned out. Yeah. Honestly, it's even more of a disaster than I thought it would be. I thought it would be pretty bad. Now we're gonna get flanked here. If we move away, then at least we'd be out of the main fire arc. We'd also lose any chance at flanking. Catastrophe. So, I'm being all negative here, and Harvey says it did go south faster than I thought. To be fair, my raw and regular crossbow held out longer than they should have on Crossbow Hill, and I was lucky on the right flank where my infantry did not disrupt charging or being charged by your Baltic foot. Losing your general is also bad luck. Finally, your light horse with average luck would have disrupted my raw crossbowmen. However, I have to admit your assessment was more accurate than mine. Well, it still doesn't feel good. I know it's just for science, and I try to be pretty laid back about losses, but something this crushing is still brutal. Uh-huh. Oh, we got one break in there. Everybody holds firm. Ouch. Well, we might as well get the impact charge in. Good. Uh-huh. Held firm. Break them and pursue out of check range. Good. Try for a freak general kill. Nope. Is there anything we can do here? Not really. Charge them, which should lead us into breaking them. Well, that wasn't all that helpful. I mean, who even knows what we should do here? It's all bad. Well, try to set up a flank then. Right, that should be the end. So it's over. Harvey says, now I wonder what would have happened if I attacked you. Probably a similar result with the score reversed. Terrain like this, that's entirely possible. Although, he did bring more heavy foot. They're going to pass more checks, but yeah, I think after we established the initial lines, it became pretty clear that we weren't getting anywhere. So I'm glad that my cowardly instincts weren't in fact cowardly instincts, but they were just sound instincts. Given my force composition of a lot of medium foot and light infantry, and assault was not practical, as I proved. I also don't feel too bad about just drawing out in the sense that Harvey has won 5 matches and lost 0. So this puts him at 5 wins, 1 draw, with 3 games to go. If I can just scrape by with the draw while everyone else is losing, I can live with that. So I think right now, at least, I'm going to say Harvey is my #1 guy to watch out for, because I think he's the person I've not beaten in more seasons than anyone else. I suppose I did win 1 match against him in Season 8 and lost 2. But that's a pretty long time ago. So, well done to Harvey in the league play. And if I can say it, well done to me for going with the draw. So a good, if unorthodox game, and till next time.